All right. You get your audio included? Well, welcome everyone to Baku. I'll enter the track right now. It's Azerbaijan, and it's more specifically, as I said, it's Baku, the city by the sea, Caspian Sea, in fact, beautiful place. Uh, the Azerbaijan GP here at the Baku City Circuit. It's 20 corners, 12 to the left, and 12 to the left and 8 to the right. It'll be interesting to see because we have a 6.03003 kilometer track, 3.73 miles. If you're American, like myself, 18-minute quali, and then a 26 lap race. A track that is chock full of, to put it lightly, much carnage, a lot of action that happens here. I'm joined in the box by someone. His Xbox hasn't shit itself. It's Mel.
Hello, thank you for the warm welcome. I'm Mel. For y'all who didn't know that already. Yeah, glad to be here. It's indeed looking to be a promising race full of chaos. I heard yesterday there were only 3 cars that finished.
Yes, I saw that. Janie's also on the Inters right now. Neo ended up winning that race, I saw, and Neo talked to me about it, but I could not believe when he said that 3 cars finished the race.
I also could not believe my ears when I heard it. It's insane if you think of it. But to be fair, Taiwan did do it much better yesterday.
No,
With,
T1 did not do it.
I would say 8 DNFs, just a little bit more than half of the grid. So, what do you think will happen in this qualifying?
I mean, I think there's gonna be a lot of things. I don't think pole is gonna be too important here, in all honesty. I mean, I did the math. The pole to win conversion rate is 25% out of the 8 races that we've had here in real F1. So
Well,
I don't think that.
Are restarts counted as well? Or?
I don't think so. It's just pole for
Otherwise, it would
qualifying.
be
I don't think
even
the
lower
sprint ones
than
are
it.
either. Yeah, you're right.
From low, from the low count.
As you see, Neo and Genie both on the intercompound tires. I wonder what the weather is going to be, by the way. As the two Alpha Tauris are out in the front. Inverno is the first one new driver. Ghoul should be backing off as of right now, but we'll see how this ends up going. 1 second, if I can get the live telemetry up and running. There we go, now it's working.
When you use the telemetry thingy, can you see the weather?
I wish I could, honestly. As the Ghoul 17 as overtakes his teammate, I think Inverno's already giving him a slipstream. Wow. Okay, we're starting off early with this. You see Ghoul heading through this next corner. Inverno looks like he has the ERS on. So it looks like they're slipstreaming each other. I don't know how happy Ghoul would be with this. I mean, what do you think, Mel? Do you think this is a smart play? To have them this close together? Obviously, Ghoul probably has a lot more pace than Inverno. But really interesting to see, huh?
The Ghoul in front, right?
Yeah, the Ghoul is in front.
Can only help Inferno, I believe.
As we see some people in the chat. Hello, everyone. The XRX Ghoul has got some Neo chants going. And Insanity said, good job as I don't have a pole this season. I didn't realize Insanity doesn't have a pole this season.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I heard something earlier today that Insanity was driving without traction control now.
Yes, he was. I'm surprised that he wasn't on no TC before.
I wasn't surprised, I already knew he wasn't on no traction control. But when I heard it, I believe I said something like, I think Insanity has finally realized he isn't gonna win the championship with medium traction control.
He's got a 29-point lead as of right now, so maybe that is true, maybe it isn't. We'll have to see. As Ghoul heading up to the line now. to finish the lap, Inverno has fallen way back. Ghoul goes for provisional pole, of course. His teammate, how far back does he go? 2 seconds off. Inverno obviously in his first race back in URFL. The URFL veteran from many seasons ago, as Charlie goes 2 seconds slower? Surely that wasn't a
1.8 seconds slower by
Joshi!
Damn.
3/10. I told Joshi that I would actually watch his laps because every single pole lap he's had we haven't watched. So I feel bad now that he does that. Kairazu 39.4, good job. Kairazu make me proud today.
He didn't make it proud yesterday when he won the race with the Ferrari.
Well, actually, fair he did, but I was looking at the steward tickets. He's got a lot of them, and I don't know how they're gonna go.
Oh.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I fully heard his side of the story.
Yeah. But Mel,
Yes.
since we last talked, you've become a TP for Merc. How's that?
Yes. Not so good. My return at Merc hasn't been good. The weekend I heard of
P8.
I had a P8, yes, but I was let down, and I was the last of the drivers on track to finish. I was also the only one on the. Ooh, as we see, Justin drive into the Waller Castle. Interesting.
Oh, Princess Corner actually. Oka called it. So apparently,
Princess Corner.
There's a car backwards. There's a car backwards. Yeah, Princess Corner. It was Anime God. So basically, Oka told a story about how the castle was like a princess's castle, and she jumped because she didn't want to be involved in any politics or any country.
Oh.
So I'm gonna call it Princess Corner. Or Castle.
Then I
Honestly,
will
I think
do it
Castle
as
just sounds
well.
way better. Castle honestly sounds way better, but I feel like Princess Corner is a bit. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever rolls off the tongue, huh?
You got a fair point there. It's
Surely
Oka
whatever
still
record
in?
should be boxing. Yeah, Oka's still in the box.
Interesting. Is that the teams on the south left now? Always good to see.
Kairazu, I believe, is on low fuel mode. As Reku Justin doesn't have a front wing.
Pink is on a lap, I believe.
Pink's on a lap, right? Pink is back in the 21 cars.
Yeah.
It's been a while for him. In the Red Bull, back in his original team, as we see AMG leaving. Right there, just trying to get on his in lap. By the way, the ERS, it's insane how good it is on this track. Like, you'll get to where Pink is right now, and you'll still be on 82% after being on hot lap the entire time.
Yeah.
So,
It's crazy.
ERS gaining is definitely really good here. Pink, purple sector 2. I don't know how real that is. I don't think it's real.
I was about to say the same thing.
As we head now into the final couple of corners on the main straight now. We've got the outdoor shots at the DRS flying wide open. We'll ride on board up to the line now. It is P5 for Pink.
That's a good
Splitting the two Ferraris. 4/10 off Kairazu, who is P4. Applaud to Kairazu for that one. The Ghoul 17 on his outlap now. AMG on an in-lap. And Oka still in the box.
Get around the P10. At P11 even. With around 44.
Yeah, Kitten, yeah. You're right. Is he on a lap now, you think?
No,
Looks
yeah.
like he looks
But
like he's pushing hard.
Insanity is
Yeah,
on a
he
lap
got
as
the DRS on.
well. And he's low further. Going
Insanity,
to Castle
goes
now.
for
Oh
the-
no!
Huge!
Insanity! Whoa!
Commentator's curse from Mel. Good job. Mel,
Alright, let's
it
go
wasn't
back
me
to
this
Peter
time.
now. No, I'm joking.
It wasn't me this time. As Kitten now on a lap, trying to push to the max. He's got a 144.1 so far. As Kitten
He's already
barely
2
taking that
seconds
inside
up
curve.
though.
Yeah, so 2 seconds up would put him at a 42. He needs a little bit more. So surely there's more time in the next sector. Really taking a lot of curb on the inside there. He's got an Alfa Romeo and a McLaren in front of him.
Whoa.
Taps that inside wall. Wow, he's absolutely leaving no room. No gaps in any wall. This is a beautiful lap that I'm watching so far. Here, as we now head through into Sector 3. The end of Sector 2 for now. Alfa Romeo in front of him. Surely Neo needs to get out of the way. And he will. Kitten heading into the end of Sector 2. Will we see a purple sector? I think we will. Yes, we have. He's 6 seconds up!
6.
This would put him at a 38 immediately. So 6 seconds up, he would be... this is provisional pole already for Kitten.
Yeah.
And now he's got the main straight only left. So what kind of lap are we going to see from Kitten here? Kitten has not been able to make the last race, but he's able to be able... He's on... No, he's boxing! Why?
No! Did he make a mistake in the
Interesting.
last
Maybe...
sector? I didn't see anything though.
No, surely you can't really. It says he didn't invalidate, but I'm confused. But I guess it's a strategy for Kitten. That's not one that I would use. But yeah, let's go back here. Go back to the chat. Insanity said he's only ever really had one pull. Don't believe that. I can't believe that. But wow. As we go back to the Ghoul 17. Oh, Joshy's on a lap? Joshy is on a lap, but we'll go to Ghoul 17, who is further ahead. The Ghoul 17. P3 as of right now. We'll see what kind of sector time he's doing in Sector 2. How many seconds or tenths he is up on his time. It's a nice line through there. I believe he barely misses the apex at the inside of the corner. Through this sector, he's 4.5 tenths up. This would be provisional pole. So, riding on board with Ghoul now, heading through one of the fastest complex. I think this is the fastest complex of corners on the F1 calendar.
Yeah,
Maybe Jeddah, probably. Jeddah, or this one. I think this one. You're right. I don't think there's any corners that are really flat on Jeddah like this.
No, I don't think so.
Really close.
Maybe Sector 2,
What's
the end of Sector 2.
Yeah, that one is a fun corner, but it is downshifts at 38.6, provisional pole, but we go back to Joshy, who was invalidated, was 2 tenths up. This would be provisional pole, but he has invalidated, but you can go again. You have the ERS to be able to go again, and Joshy is deciding to go again. His ERS looks fine, and what are we going to see from Joshy boy here? We'll ride on board with Joshy this entire lap. I'm going to turn all the telemetry off, everything else off. We're just going to be watching Joshy heading through turn 2 now. DRS flies wide open on this beautiful Papaya McLaren car. It's a bit wide, but it lives through these tight Baku City circuit. It's beautiful through turn 3. Now heading into turn 4, low braking grip on this corner, but he handles it nicely. Heading into turn 5. Now it's a long sweeping left-hander into a quick right-hander where you want to barely miss that apex. He does a beautiful job of barely taking any curb and using the curb on the exit as he gets on the throttle nicely. Heading into the castle section, or really as we're going to call it, Princess Corner here. Heading through now, it's Princess Peach. He's going to be all good and peachy through there. And now we're heading into the next one. It's a tough entrance and exit. Now, using the curb, everything he can. Now it's the fast double left-hander. A corner that is tough in the race when you're on hard compound tires. Neo's retired from the session. Mel can give me an update on that. Where is he retired in as we head into the end of Sector 2?
Castles.
Oh,
yeah,
Castle, it's an I am stupid from Neo. Wow, it's an I am stupid from Neo. We'll go back to that if we can.
From Justy, no?
Okay, 2 tenths up. I've not put any of those telemetry things up. Maybe there's time in this final sector. He's using everything he can. I didn't hear it left at all.
Okay, that's the
Kairazu. Pain! DRS flies wide open. Joshy gonna head up to the line now. It's a straight run to the line. What is this lap gonna be? Provisional pole, surely? It is 38.568. Joshy boy, provisional pole. Kairazu, how have you done that?
What the left it was.
Why, Kairazu?
He's still P5 though with the 39.
By the way, Insanity's still in the box. Kitten on a lap now. So we'll watch this Kitten lap from afar.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Oh! Kitten hits the wall.
Again?
See the sparks flying. Yeah, Kitten hits the wall in the castle section. I don't know if he has any damage, nothing visual, but he does go really wide there. Surely he has damage. And he'll have to box again. The Aston Martins. Well, so surely Kitten should have finished that lap that he was on. Because now, he's made too many mistakes. He's made too many mistakes at this point. As we head into the end of Sector 2. I lied, I guess. It's 6 seconds up. He's still 6 seconds up. So I lied. Apparently. It looked like he hit the wall. He went ghosted as well. So maybe he got lucky. It looks like a bit of understeer now as he head through the fast section now. Heading up to the line. A 440 left in the qualifying session. What is this lap going to be? It's a straight run. Point A to point B. And is it point A for pole? No, it's point to P3. P3, 600ths off P2, which is Ghoul 17, who's heading into the box now. As Joshy also heading into the box, they will be able to get another lap. AMG P4, not DNFing. No last to first today. AMG did say he was going to qualify P5 and probably finish P5 today. Right now, it's looking like that so far. Insanity's still in the box. Yellow flags, you're right. Oka finally going out. I predicted him P2 today. He looks like he wants to qualify on the mediums with the most grip on the track. So this is a good strategy, but if he fucks it into the wall, he's fucked it into the wall. So We'll have to see how he does there. Thankfully,
Yeah, you gotta.
I did mess the wording up there, but he didn't fuck it in the wall yet.
Yeah, you gotta put
Try
that.
football. Yeah, that was a Will Buxton moment. If he fucks it in the wall, he fucks it into the wall.
Yeah.
As his genie goes P7 in the output.
Ooh,
39.737.
that's a
7
good
tenths
lap.
off. His former teammate and former TP, Neo, still sitting P5 on that 39.0. As Sylth, and Anime God is on an outlap as well. Reku Justin on a lap. No, he's not. 14 seconds down. Inverno on an outlap. Charlie still in the box. Minty. By the way, Charlie on the mediums. In P14, so this is an interesting one. Insanity doing that. Kitten's going to have to box now. 3 minutes left in the session. Probably will able to be fine. Insanity, though, will need to do something huge. Joshi still in the box. Ghoul still in the box. Kitten going to be boxing. Genie in an end lap. Not too many people on laps right now. Camerooni. Reku Justin's already starting his lap now, I believe. Yes, he is. Verno's on an out lap. Haza now up to the line. 8/10th improvement, but only P14. That will be the end of qualifying for him. Tried football. 3.5 tenths down. Oka on his lap now. So what can Oka do? What are you predicting for Oka here on these medium compound tires?
And this media's definitely a top 7.
I think so. And also, if we have noticed, especially on this track, it's a beautiful apex there. Another beautiful apex there. Wow, Oka. Absolutely beautiful. I'll just ride on board with this. Turn everything off. So we're just going to be watching Oka's lap now. What can he do to try and get pole position? Or anything else? That's a beautiful line through there. Doesn't really go to the left there. Through the Princess Corner.
Whoa.
Here. Not using as much curb as possible, but it's a bit cautious on the entrance. Those medium compound tires, of course, the delta is about 6/10, but the softs wear so quickly that the mediums are going to be, if you can survive these first 2 laps, in the race, of course, you will be perfectly fine as Oka hitting his apex beautifully. I don't know if he's really being aggressive on throttle, though. Maybe he's just trying to brake early, get on throttle early.
Well,
Genie tire for the session.
49.32.
In
He
the
goes
box,
to
yeah.
sector 2.
So, we'll have to see how this goes. I didn't see how many seconds he was up. I didn't see how many tenths he was up. I didn't see, oh yeah, you're right, because he hasn't done a lap. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a genius today. Absolutely, as you head up to the line, Oka, what can he do to put this anywhere close to pole? P7, as you said. Mel, you prediction masterclass. What do you think Insanity's gonna get here? As he's on his lap now, heading through sector 3 and sector 2. What do you think he's gonna get here?
I think he's maybe gonna go for pole.
You think
At least the top 2.
I think he's
At
gonna
least
go
the
top
top
3.
2.
Top 2. Wow. Okay, so purple sector 2 here. Insanity on for 1 here. Kitten's on an outlap. AMG's on an outlap. Joshi on an outlap. We'll have to see how this goes. Is Joshi gonna head up to the line now? Yes, he is. So we'll watch. We'll go straight from Insanity to Joshi. Here, Insanity heading up to the line now. What can he do? It's the point A to point B run to the line. It's gonna be provisional pole by a 10th. By a 10th. But we go back to Joshi. We go back to Joshi. What can he do? It's Haza's in the middle of the track. His retired car in the middle of the track. That is not good from Haza. Joshi looks like he's taking it cautiously, or he's just actually pushing to the max here, using everything he can on entrance, everything he can on exit, pushing all the way to the wall anywhere he can. End of sector 1 here. He's half a 10th up. He's about a 10th up. He misses that inside curb. Maybe that'll help him out. Maybe it won't. Because Joshi boy on for maybe another pole position here. I predicted him pole back in France.
Ghoul
He
gets
ended up
put
getting,
the purple
did not
sector
get pole,
2.
but he's... Oh, Ghoul's got a purple sector 2. Interesting. So, what can we see from Ghoul here as we head up to the line? Ghoul, a 10.5 up. This would put him ahead of Joshi, but can he get that extra to get ahead of Insanity? What is this lap going to be from Ghoul? Provisional pole by 500th of a second, but we go back to Joshi, who's heading through. Now, he's got a slipstream from Pink. He's going to have a slipstream from Pink. He's a 10.5 up. This could be pole. Oka's going to get out of the way. Oka, you almost killed your teammate. Pink's gonna give Joshi a slipstream. I don't think voluntarily. Pink's starting his lap. No, it's over. Pink now giving Joshi a slipstream. Joshi should have this easily. It's gonna be an easy pole as it looks from Joshi boy. 009 pole position. Yes, it is by 2/10. Insanity 9 seconds down. Kitten 9. Oh wow, someone was DNF'd in Castle. That might have been AMG, but Kitten was a bit wide there. He's a 10th up. He's a 10th up on his time. Don't count Kitten out here. He's also got an Alpine ahead of him of Tried Football, and Kitten's really positioned himself not in a good way here. Because if Tried lifts, Kitten might be done. Heading through here, he's 3/10 up, Mel. But he's also got an Alpine in front of him. Dirty air in this section is not what you want. But it's also a slipstream. He has to lift. He's had to lift.
Whoa.
He's had to lift. That's going to ruin his lap.
For him, though.
And it's not... It's very unfortunate, but it's just a fault of Kitten because that's where he's positioned his car. It's all of that. Kitten heading up to the line now. Oh!
Wow.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh! He did it anyway.
Oh my god.
Pole position!
Okay.
Pole position! I can't believe... Mel, he lifted and... Did he not lift in that fast section?
I did not see it, but I thought if you saw it, that he must have lifted. But
I must have been seeing things then, because former Kitten, you are in pole position here for Aston Martin here in Azerbaijan. What a lap! How did he do that? So Kitten's on
no
pole.
clue.
McLaren P2. I'm genuinely shocked here as Joshy P2 front row 200ths off the pole sitter. P3 Goal 17 the reigning world champion former Kitten on pole. P4 Insanity, great job done for the both Astons. P5 AMG, P6 Neo, P7 Kairazu and the Ferrari, both at P6 and P7 DNF'd in quality. P8 McLaren, P9 sorry, Oka P9, Oka P8, P9 Genie, I'm really fucking this up right now. P10 Pig, the only person top 10 on the mediums is Oka, P11. Anime God, P12 Reku Justin, P13 Sylth, and we'll do the rest in a bit at tier 121. Do not ready up until I say.
But this could
This is me.
shape up to be a very interesting race. Even though Oka's a little bit down the back, I think he may have the best papers to win this race.
I think he does as well. But that was genuinely one of the best laps that I have truly ever seen. I have time to get pink in the sheet. I have time to get pink in this. In the tool 2370 pink. Who's in the other AlphaTauri?
Ifrelo and the Goal 17.
Right. And the Alfa Romeo. Who's in the other Alfa Romeo? Is it Haza?
I don't know. I haven't seen Hassa today.
Wait, is Charlie Ark starting P17?
No way! Did we miss
Can
that?
you go through the rest of the? Can you go through the grid real quick?
Yes. So we stopped at P12 Reku P30 we got Sylv in the Williams. Both the Williams next to each other. P40 is Cameroni. P15 is Inferno. Minty Hassa is indeed the Alfa Romeo. In P16, in P17 we got Charlie Ark. And in P18 we got Tried Football in the Alpine. Looks like Cameroni may start a race on the hard compound tires.
Oh wow, interesting.
And maybe Minty Hassa will start the race on soft tires. All the way from P16. I don't think that's the smartest idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know, man. I don't think it will be, especially with the early safety car that's going to come into play here.
I think we will definitely see an early safety car.
Yeah. So I think I've got all of the positions right. Yeah, I have. So I have fixed everything. Going back to the telemetry now. And yeah, we're good to go. Mel, do you have anything do you think can happen?
But if it's hectic enough, it's gonna happen. Yeah. Gonna be very interesting. I hope we can catch every last bit of it. Gonna make God for the win. Exactly. That's what I like to hear.
Exactly. Exactly. That's an interesting choice. Destructo, interesting choice.
If he's racing, of course he's racing.
Mine would anyway God not race. So I do have some notes here, but we'll postpone that as we have the start coming on now. The lights almost out. It's 1, 2, 3. I've really counted them all. 4, 5 red lights ahead of the drivers. And we're underway here in Azerbaijan. It looks like a two-stop strategy. We don't care about that right now. Joshy looks like he's got a decent start. He's going to head up the inside of Kitten into turn 1. He's going to have to leave the space. Joshy gets on the curb, and it's not going to be able to work out. Pulls that one outside, and we see a Red Bull pink out of the race, not out of the race, but it looks like he's spun round. And now Sanity, they get to the next corner. Oh! Oh my god, Insanity gave me a heart attack. He gave me a heart attack. He almost spun around on no traction control. Remember, Neo up into P5. He's looking to try to get a move on AMG. Won't be able to get anything done. Oka up into P7 on Genie. He will have to leave the space. It's a beautiful move from Oka. Anime God trying to get around the outside. Oh, we see he has a spinning round. And oh no. Charlie Arc also there. We'll bring the lap data up. We'll bring the position changes up. So far, we'll give you the position changes at the end of the lap as we see Charlie Arc heading past Camerooni and trying to get past Inverno now. Reku Justin staying there, both two hard starters, Camerooni and Sylph, maybe trying to do what Reku Justin did back in France. But we're already seeing a bit of a gap form at the front. Haza's the only one not within a second of the next car, along with Camerooni as well. And Oka's already fallen back, so the soft runners at the front really pulling a gap. Insanity's fallen back to a second behind AMG and Joshi Boy. The Goal 17 already pulled up into P2. What have you seen off the start, Kitten? I mean, Kitten. What have you seen off the start, Mel?
Charlie are gaining 5 positions. I think Sylph maybe drove into well?
Did he?
Maybe.
Camerooni's retired. Already? Already? No, no safety car. No, please, please, no.
No, this will not be a safety car. I think it's too far away. There's no cars near. This will not be a safety car.
Let's thank the race directors for that. I cannot believe that Camerooni lap 1 DNF. That's a shame for the new Ferrari driver as we go through the first lap. Kitten obviously setting the pace. It's Kitten leading from Ghoul, Joshi, from AMG, Insanity, Oka, Impulse, Neo.
And they got the Charlie
as we see Anime God and Charlie Gark. Oh, Charlie. He will definitely get a safety car, but that's a shame. His front left end plate is gone as it looks. That's a shame. It looks like the Mercs and the Red Bulls not doing too well. Will Charlie get out ahead? Oh, wow. That's a good stop. Charlie came in behind, comes out ahead. He's on the hard compound tires, while Anime got on the softs. So we're looking back at the front. Reku Justin 2/10 behind. Kairazu's looking for a move on his former teammate, Attendant Genie. To the inside, to the outside. Kairazu going to try down the inside. Genie's going to leave the room, but it's not going to be able to get done. Reku Justin trying to get involved, and maybe a switchback. Yellow flags out for Anime God. Yeah, you're right. Nice racing as well. Kairazu right behind Genie, using a bit too much curb there. Maybe a warning. For that, Reku Justin should head into Princess Corner. As I've said before, all Peachy through there for them all. Looks like Princess Peach watching from the top step. So, it's definitely a good race for her to watch. And yeah, AMG is still 5/10 back as we see yellow flags. That's the other Red Bull, Pink 2370. Why are you reversing that hard against the wall? I don't know. Maybe he has front wing damage. Nothing I can see though. Charlie and the Red Bulls just not starting off too well, but we will see some safety cars. Mel obviously predicted 5 safety cars and 3 VSCs. He likes pain. Joshi Boy though heading through on the Goal 17. The Goal 17, who's gonna boxing? The Goal 17 probably hit the wall on the exit of the fast right-hander, so now he's in for a new front wing, and that's a shame. So we're already seeing some top runners already boxing, and now Kitten's running away with it. AMG already up in a podium position, doesn't have to go through all the field to get there this time.
I'm quite surprised Oka already is 2.3 seconds behind Insanity.
Yeah, those medium compound tires looks like they're just not doing too well. The highest position gainer as of right now is Inverno, interestingly enough. Five gain positions, as well as Tried Football. What's happened?
There between Attendant Genie and Kerasu or Justin, I did not see exactly what happened there, but Justin or Attendant Genie has lost 2 or 3 positions there.
Something like that.
But
I hope we get some, as Pink has to box new front wing. And he's gonna come out now. Kitten's, by the way, if you look at Kitten going through Princess Corner, he's absolutely pushing it to the max. As look at him on exit, he's getting fishtaily everywhere. Joshi is gaining though. I hope we get a safety car so I can like maybe grab a drink, grab some food. So we'll see. Yeah, I want to enjoy this race.
Oh yeah, safety car. You get what you asked for.
VSC.
That's Anime God out of the race.
That's Anime God. I believe they overcooked it. Safety car, yeah, safety car. Look, I didn't curse that. I did not curse you specifically, Anime God. I just said I hope we get a safety car for some food. As XR School staying with the chant, I'll say it for you, XR School. Give me an N, give me an E, give me an O. What does that spell? Neo. That's a terrible chant. That's an American type of chant. I need a
So you are admitting that that the
Americans
Americans
can't
are bad at creating chants.
Yes. We suck. You think us yelling "I believe that we
Hey,
will win" is good?
the whole top 6 is obviously Oka now in the lead.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
just like
On the medium
yesterday,
compound tires, just like yesterday. Yes.
hopefully he can win it.
And
Now
Raku
it
Justin also
would
staying
be
out.
interesting to see what tires everybody will go on. Let's quickly make some
Yes.
changes to
Let's
the
do that.
thingy.
It's on the wide one. There we
Mediums,
go.
I see
Mediums.
mediums a lot.
Self still on the Williams. Just Self just coming out right behind AMG. What the fuck just happened? Did
Just
Vernon just
stayed out.
retire? Did Vernon leave? What happened?
Maybe he got kicked?
1 second. I've clipped just to see what
He's
I
not
missed.
ghosted for me though.
Okay, I just saw a thing on the bottom. I just wanted to make sure that because it's on invite only now, and we've limited the people. So if
I can.
someone retires, someone leaves.
I
Anime
can
God is left, so it
them.
doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That
Okay.
doesn't matter. So interesting race so far. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, definitely. When I look into the chat, I see that Kerasu was the one having a moment with Dini.
Oh, okay.
So from last season, beautifully racing alongside each other as teammates to taking each other out.
So Insanity stuck behind. So crucially, to me at least, Kitten, Josh, and AMG are the top 3 in the net lead, but they're also just behind Reku, Justin, and Ilka, who are on only 3-lap older tires. But
Yes.
Insanity's behind Sylph on the hard, so how much will Sylph fight this? I'll be interested to see, and how quickly can Insanity get past? Obviously, we saw Oka last time out. You were there when Oka had that incredible restart for him, but terrible for us because we couldn't get any tire temp, and it was a good restart. So do you think he'll do the same thing here?
No. Maybe yes, but
I don't think he will either. Yeah.
I don't remember that he said I was there last week. Last time?
No. In Baku.
In
Like
Baku?
yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. No, I'm not sure. I was all the way at the back of the grid. I was already late. I did not notice a lot of it.
Fair.
Yeah.
So we just have waiting on Pink to catch up. Obviously, it can't go in this. Pink. It's under safety car. If you have damage, Pink. Like seriously. Pink.
To get damage
Must you
again?
lock. He hit the wall on the left side, and the fast
Nope.
right. Oh, he doesn't.
Nope.
He doesn't box. So he got saved. He's fast. He's red, and he talks like Father Ted. Neo. What are these chants?
That's
Keep them
amazing.
coming, mate.
That's amazing.
Please keep them coming. Keep them coming. Alright, I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be right back.
Yes. Good one. Yeah. Like Nova mentioned earlier, it would be very interesting to see how hard Sylph will be defending his position compared to Insanity. And how hard Insanity will be fighting for his position. We now see that Tried Football has gained the most positions since the start of the race. It's gained an impressive amount of 10 laps, 10 places, oh my god. Maybe the safety car will be in this lap, since everybody is already there. So we got now 4 safety car will indeed be in this lap. We got 4 drivers who are on the hard compound tires. And all the other drivers are on the medium compounds.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how. What tires is Charlie on?
He's on the hard.
Okay, so he's on the hard for 2 laps. We'll have to see
Yes.
how this goes. Something just fell. I don't know what just fell, but something just fell. I'll deal with it later. All right, so we'll see when Oka goes. As the safety car about to enter the pit lane. Oh yeah, we'll get rid of everything. Just show you this. When will Oka go? When will Oka go? Can I just get the car
I think
a little bit,
the
please?
best thing to do here is wait very long.
He's
Oh my
gone. That's
god!
an
Oh
incredible
my
restart.
god!
Look
Oh
at
my
this.
god!
As we see some overtakes under safety car as well. As Kitten's already on the inside of Justin, he's heading into turn one. He's got the move done. Justin had to back out, and Kitten immediately into the net lead. And Oka's had a beautiful restart once again. The master of the safety car restart is Oka. Insanity. Still in P6. Sorry, he's moved up past Silt on the restart, and Neo now ahead of the Ghoul 17. What can he do as Ghoul 17 right behind Neo, gaining, gaining, gaining. The fast red machine not going to be able to do anything here as as Ghoul takes the inside. He will get the move easily done, and Neo no switchback available for him. As we look back at Minty Haza looking to make the move on Genie round the outside.
AMG getting sideways,
do it.
and
Oh,
insanity
AMG,
dropping
what's happened
positions
there?
as well. This
Oh, AMG! Major desync. Major desync for Inverno. Major desync. I don't know if you saw that, but that was...
I hope AMG did not damage this
So,
rear ring. I spawned at
do
the
you,
same place yesterday. I
yeah.
backed up in the wall like an idiot.
Mel, do you remember the Yarno, desync in esports?
No.
So basically, Yarno didn't see anyone on his
Whoa!
screen.
Insanity with a huge Phantom impulse Neo and unfortunately spins himself doing so.
Oh,
He broke himself so much there. That's
maybe he just
unfortunate.
missed his breaking point. So
I
another
think he
mistake
maybe
creeping in.
has a little bit of wing damage as well. I don't see
might
any
just,
visual
but
damage though.
as we go back to the front, Mel,
Yes, I'll go to the front now as well. Oh my god, what do we see here?
already overtaking him. I can't believe the pace that Kitten has shown right now. Is the tire delta really that big? He leaves the space on the outside. Joshy's going to try and get involved to the inside. Oka's going to let him through as he knows that Joshy has the pace and has the tire advantage. And now, no DRS yet. Joshy's going to need to stay close. Oka going to try and get carried along with this. But Reku Justin doing well to hold off. The Ghoul 17 is trying to gain back. Neo still 1.4 seconds there. Sylph P7. It's a good job done so far. Charlie flying past Minty Haza now. Haza needs to hit his breaking point though. Will he? Yes, he will. So, Pink, P13, P14, AMG. So I'll explain to you what happened with AMG. Basically, he went to the inside of the corner that Genie's going through right now. He went to the inside of Inverno. He was alongside the whole time, and Inverno, Inverno I think is desynced right now. Not on his screen at all. Inverno turns in. Inverno's car isn't affected at all, but AMG's car does a backflip.
Yellow flag. Oh, huge moment by Minty Haza in the wall, leading up to
and Oka
Castle.
Also in the wall, in Castle.
And
this is huge, so two moments in a row. So Oka, trying to keep pace with the top two, just couldn't do it and stay consistent in the Princess corner. Princess Peach did not like that. She wanted to jump because he did that, Oka.
3-second time penalty, first run of the race goes to Keiratsu.
Interesting. He's been taking liberties with that corner before the castle section, but now Oka behind Charlie Ark as the Ghoul 17 gaining on Reku Justin. No DRS needed. He's gonna go to the inside, easily gonna get this one done.
Yellow flag. That's Minty Haza retiring on track.
That's a big retirement. That's a safety car. Oka, you have time. Oka, you have time.
Sylph is going in.
Oka will box.
I think that's the best thing to do at this stage.
Yeah, I agree. I agree for sure. I think a new set of mediums.
If the tire advantage is really that big, he will be flying now.
It's a hard compound tire for Oka. It's a hard compound tire for Oka. Yeah, exactly. But I just think we're gonna get so many safety cars today. I don't think the hards are gonna be the way to go. Yeah. Sylph on a new set of mediums. Oka on the hards. Kairazu on the mediums. We'll see how many safety cars we get today. But interesting. So this race is just gonna keep getting stopped.
Probably. We're still on track to get 5 safety cars to the PSCs. We got now. Did we already get the?
Yes, technically yes. Because we got the what's it called?
Safety car earlier, right?
Well, yeah, but it was a VSC to a safety car. So you gonna count the VSC in there?
No. No.
Okay, so this is two safety cars.
Yes.
There's a new one. Hold on.
There's a new
There's
one.
something that AlphaTauri wants you to know he's the best. If the mods don't let that chant happen, I swear to God. I see a chant. I sent the chant to the printing check apparently. Oh Neo, you're the love of my life. Oh Neo, I let you shag my wife. Oh Neo, I want your curly hair too.
What? It doesn't even rhyme anymore. But plus of creativity. Creativity.
Yeah,
Whoa.
plus for creativity for sure. Charles, if you scroll up in this chat, you can see all of the chants that has been created for Neo by the XRX Ghoul. Two safety cars already. I'm not starting with Neo. XRX Ghoul is starting with Neo. It's teammate on teammate. It's not commentator on driver. That's illegal. Haha. Trell. Two safety cars. If you're just joining us, two safety cars so far. As you see, Hazza's out, Anime God's out, Camerooni's out. Camerooni, unfortunately, out on lap 1. So your teammate from 22 not probably gonna be too happy with that. But Oka also was the lead on the safety car, had a great safety car restart, but just a mistake in we're calling it Princess Corner. I'm calling it Princess Peach Corner, really. Cause I keep talking about Princess Peach, but it's Princess Corner, the castle section, really, because Oka explained. Some princess jumped off, blah blah blah, didn't want to politics, 15th century, whatever. Anyways, Oka made the mistake in there. He wanted to say hi to the princess, and he did get to. He got the wave as he was leaving. And yeah. Since then, it hasn't been much. Obviously, safety car, Oka box for a new set of hards. Sylph on the mediums, he's been doing really well. Sylph started on the hards, he got up with the safety car. He's really got a great strategy so far. I think this safety car might last for a while, because Insanity's had to box for a new front wing and mediums. So this is going to be a real last to first for him. I think Kitten's going to take a lot of points out of him today.
Maybe.
Oh, AMG's also the back. So this is AMG's prime. This is where he excels.
Yeah. But he didn't start at the back. And history has taught us that if he doesn't start at the back, he is most likely not to finish the race.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Trell said, Oka, it's a me, Mario.
Attended Genie said that you were flirting with Neo.
Yeah, we've addressed those accusations. It's XR School, teammate on teammate with Neo. Not it's a different category. So yeah, you can scroll through the menu categories for that one. Yeah, I mean, to look at my notes here, I wrote down that the highest speed in F1 history was reached here, 378 kilometers an hour, or approximately 279 miles per hour. We're not gonna reach that if we keep getting safety cars every lap. So I don't think that one's gonna matter.
No. Maybe that.
Yeah, I also wrote down how many safety cars we're gonna get. We already have 2, and we have 17 laps to go. So it's looking promising. Oh. What the fuck has happened here? Does Pink still have his front wing bits? Looks like he does, so maybe that'll get removed. Oh, Genie's been overtaken by Neo. I don't know what happened there. Maybe they let each other through again? Who knows?
I have no clue what's happening.
Neo, it's just like watching Kitten, it's just like watching Kitten, it's just like watching Kitten. Okay, that one wasn't. That was just... Okay, whatever. It's just typing it.
It didn't feel like you put the effort in. Cool.
Where's the effort? So, the rest of my notes, if I look through them, AMG v Ghoul, we haven't seen too much of that today. They were close to each other, but they didn't really... There was nothing between them. Oka's home race, P11.
We did see him lead for a lap.
Didn't see him lead for a lap. There you go. Like Seb in Coda, except that wasn't his home race, I guess. Insanity's favorite track on the calendar so far. Looking like it's doing well. Piece 15 so far. Obviously, no traction control. But yeah, so everyone that I've wrote down in my notes is doing not well, and people like Kitten, Kujashi, and Ghoul are doing really well. And Reku Justin also up in P4 has to be said. This guy has come in and he's become a force to be reckoned with in this tier.
Definitely. He's doing amazing.
Yeah.
I think he's
I'm
gained
very
8
much shocked.
positions since the start of the race.
Yep. Nice man. Ooh. Safety car at this lap.
Nice. Charlie, I don't know.
We'll have to see. Reku Justin, the only one who hasn't made a stop as well. That's huge. He has not made a stop yet. I was surprised to hear that. Or see that, I guess.
If Fernando now gets a 5-second time penalty.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's unlucky.
Well, we'll see when Kitten decides to go.
Yes.
When will Kitten go? We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna try and leave this audio on. If you hear an echo, it's because I'm leaving. I do hear an echo. It's because I'm trying to see if the game audio is too loud or not. But I need to have Kitten go. Kitten has gone, so that is interesting. So what are we gonna see here? Now I can turn the audio off. As now, I believe Josh might be able to get the best start off here, but now, oh my God, there's Neo down the inside. Sorry, down the outside of Reku. Justin, can he get it done? Justin's gonna hold on.
Oh, some chaos in the back.
Oh, EMG, pink. Oh, tried football. Nope, Insanity.
I believe. Insanity as well.
Oh, he doesn't have a front right end plate.
That sucks.
This has gone from bad to worse for Insanity. But Kitten still leads Neo a 10th back from Reku Justin. He's really fighting for it. Kairazu's falling back behind Sylph, who's going to go round the outside here. There's Neo still 10th and a half. He's going to gaining on Reku Justin. It's a 4-lap tire delta. Is it really that big? Neo's going to try and get the switch back. Oh, he's going to do it beautifully here. He might just do it beautifully. No setting going to be able to be available here. As we head into this next corner, right behind Kairazu. Nothing to be able to be done. That's a big tire smoke there, and a lockup here as we head into Princess Corner. Wave to Princess Peach on the way in, and pray to God you don't hit the wall on the way out. As we now head into the next corner, it's a train of cars here, and a helicopter shot somewhere. Oh yes, it is Charlie. We got the Charlie helicopter shot. This is beautiful. This is actually really. Did you see this helicopter shot?
Yeah, I get them as well, but I didn't want to mention it because I didn't see it yet. Yeah, it's beautiful out there.
Yeah, I mean, this track truly is. I mean, a night race here would be cool.
Ooh.
But I feel like
I think that would be epic.
Verno lifting indeed. A lot. Yeah, and Verno's lifting a lot. I don't know how the track
would
be, though. Maybe the tire would be better.
Yeah, he's fun.
Oh, AMG. Does he hit the front wing still? He's going backwards.
Yes, he definitely is going backwards. Oh!
Okay, this is interesting. As we see a move from Neo, Insanity ahead of Tried Football now. Is Tried heading into the pits, so is Insanity.
Oh God!
With a big tap in Verno. Yeah, did he just overtake 2 and 1? I missed that fully.
I do believe so. I do believe so. I saw Sylph lose the position, and suddenly I saw Verno lose the position as well. But I didn't see it live.
As we saw Sylph try to get past Inverno, he tapped him on the back. He couldn't get anything done. Inverno doing very well, I'll say, as he hits the wall. That's wow. I'm really good at this.
You were predicting the commentators this time. Xavi Arc already in P6 again. I think he's still in a shot to maybe get podium.
I think he is too, as Reku Justin also falling away from Neo. Yellow flag's out. That is a Williams of Sylph. That's a shame for Sylph. He looks like he was doing so well here. Oh, he really attacks that corner here. As Extra School's got a new chant. He's coming for you, he's coming for you. Neo, he's coming for you. He's getting. I think he's run out of creativity.
Yes. -1 for creativity.
-1 for creativity. Joshy heading through this next section. He's low on ERS, as you can see. As Kitten got a lot of it. Kitten's got a lot of it. Maybe that's giving Kitten a psychological advantage. Who knows? Here as we head through into turn 1, Kitten takes the fastest lap of the race. And Joshi Needs to stay within. The DRS has not been enabled yet. Sorry, I was wrong. DRS has just been enabled. Now Joshi will be able to save some ERS. Now it's Kairazu getting past attended Genie, his former teammate. Down the outside, can Genie hold on to it? No, he can't. And Kairazu up into P7 as Charlie Arc goes a bit deep. Hits the wall on the outside. Huge. Here's Reku Justin trying to get back past. Charlie Arc, though, has the DRS. And Charlie Arc, does he have enough to get past Charlie? Reku Justin also has DRS. That's an interesting one. Oh, right, Neo. Oh, what happened there?
That's the curb on the outside.
Maybe the curb, yeah. Maybe it was the curb. I've never seen that before. As Charlie are trying to get back in the DRS ahead of him. Does he have all of his front wing? Yes, he does. He looked like he hit the wall a bit hard there. Pink making the overtake on Silt, who's coming out of the box now. And Sanity also making the overtake there, because obviously, out of the box. Genie, 5/10 back from Kairazu still. Kairazu trying to gain on Reku Justin, who's lost a lot of position on those older medium compound tires. Joshi, crucially, still within 7/10 of the race leader, former Kitten. Okay, what the fuck? I'm not reading all that.
Whoa.
As Reku Justin... Joshi still... I think Joshi might be able to get a move on here. The dirty air obviously probably affecting them. Guy just hugged basically the whole song and added a small bit. As, okay, Pink with a moment, but we'll go stay with Josh. He's got the DRS. He's gaining on Kitten. He's gaining on Kitten. I don't think it's going to be enough. No send available. Nothing yet. As Kairazu makes the move on Reku Justin down the outside. Kairazu looks like he got a lot of pace here. The tire delta of 6 laps looks to be huge. And now he can maybe chase down Charlie Arc and Kairazu after DNFing and qualifying. You're making me happy, man.
Yes. He's driving around like he's on a mission.
Yeah, and Charlie Arc also looks like he's on a mission to the inside of Neo. No, he's going to have to pick a better spot to do it, but he's got the grip, he's got the better tires, and Verno needs a new front wing. And he's boxing now, so from P10 he will box. Charlie Arc looks like he's got a lot more pace than Neo, even with the 2-lap older tires. Maybe the hard's coming into their own now. As Neo going to have to do anything he can to try and keep that P4, but Kairazu also has a 3-second time penalty. It's hard to get time penalties around here, I will say.
Definitely.
But Kairazu is somehow managed, and let's hope he can deal with it. Maybe other people get penalties, we'll see. As not too much going on, Charlie, the closest battle probably. AMG takes the fastest lap, overtakes Pink, who's boxed.
When should be the right time for Justin to pit? I mean, he's losing positions rapidly.
Left and right, you're right. But maybe he wants to go medium soft here.
Is this possible? Do you think it's possible?
A safety car?
He's
gonna have to hold a safety car here. Does he? I don't know if he wants to touch the hards. He could go mediums and then box for softs with another safety. Oh, he's gonna definitely need to box now.
Yeah.
Genie
didn't look like he had any visual damage there, though.
Yeah, but sure.
Yeah, he's definitely going in.
Actual damage. Is now heading into the box. We'll see what kind of tires he puts on. We do have a lot of time to look at that, though. Charlie Arch start 3.5 tenths behind Neo. Surely we're going to move on here, but I do want to see what kind of tires Reku Justin is going on. We're going back and forth here. Back and forth. Reku, what tires you putting on, mate? What tires you putting on? What tires you putting on? I don't know. Charlie's to the inside. Charlie's going down the inside. It's an easy move, and Neo's going to let him through. Maybe a little bit. As Neo trying to get the switch back. Maybe he can get it done. Charlie also flashing on ERS, so we'll have to see what he can do there. Reku Justin pitting for hards. So that's an interesting one. We'll see what happened. As Charlie Arc has gotten past. Neo gets on that curb. There's a lot of time there. Kairazu gain. Oka also on those hard compound tires looking very nice. Maybe be able to get a P5 here, Oka. Maybe even a P4. As the goal 17 falling away from still. I mean, he's gained 4 tenths to Joshi, but Joshi's crucially lost a second to Kitten. So maybe a P2 is all Joshi can get today, but a podium would be the second of the season for him after Monaco. So we'll have to see what Joshi can do with 11 laps, 11 point something laps to go. Want more and more. People just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, want more and more. People just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, the Ghoul 17, the whole grid is terrified. Yeah, so he just changed like two things there. So I wouldn't call that creativity. What about you, Mel? What do you think?
No, it's not really. -1.
As Neo, 5 tenths back from Charlie, looks like he's at the ERS to really get him here. As no, he doesn't. As we saw him flashing, Kairazu also right behind, and Neo now gonna have the DRS fly wide open. Will he be able to get back past? I don't know if he's gonna use any ERS here. I don't think he will. He's gaining on Charlie, not getting close enough, and Kairazu needs them to fight ahead of him.
Yeah, he definitely needs them ahead of him to fight to even
And
get
Sector 2
close to
yellow
that this
flag
point.
says Pink 2370. I keep calling. I don't know why he's saying his full gamer tag like it's his full government name. So I don't know. As he waves hi to the princess, that's really all he can do.
Commentate is good.
Think you can only wave to the you can only wave to the princess for so long. Yeah, at some point you have to start driving. So
Yeah.
looks like hopefully we'll do that now. Those tires are probably gonna be really hot. And yeah, Kitten, ooh, helicopter shot. 1.3 seconds now, Joshi. So he's gaining a little bit. He's gaining somewhere. He's gaining some other places. His yellow flag's still out. Pink should be fine, but I mean we'll see. Helicopter shot again, this time in this section. I'm loving this helicopter shot. This is fucking amazing.
It is.
Kitten is absolutely using everything he can to try and stay out of the DRS of Joshi Boy. As now we go back with the helicopter shot. Neo falling out of the DRS of Charlie Ark. Yellow flags, no. AMG's gotten past Trying Football. I'm not going to show that move because it's already over. And we're fighting for P13.
Oh, position is a position, right?
Is it? It sounds like something. That sounds like something AMG would tell himself to keep him.
To keep it interest.
Who knows? That sounds like something you'd tell him to keep him happy. Has Tried Football gotten right back past AMG?
It's a little bit
Okay,
of
it
a
looks
moment
like
there from Justin.
or maybe, or oh, was it? I think AMG's trying to let Tried Football pass, just so we can see the overtake again. He wants something. I didn't see if he let him pass or not. As Tried lets him pass. No, what am I looking at?
I have no
They're
clue.
just having some fun in the back, mate. Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go?
Who's got the bigger balls? Who's got the bigger balls?
As Tried looks like he's pulled a 7/10 gap here on AMG. They're having some fun here in the back. And AMG looks like he's gonna get past easily. He got the ERS. Tries gonna go move once. Pink's I don't even know what Pink's doing. But AMG picks the inside. Dummies him to the inside. AMG easy move. Tried maybe gets the switchback here on the hard compound tires.
Oh no, Joshy!
Joshi, how? Looks like you went a bit wide at that turn 16 exit.
Oh!
And that's a shame for him. As Tried.
Football.
Yellow flags, that's not good. He's spun. So AMG now going to be by himself. Maybe he'll wait for him. Who knows? I don't know. I hope he doesn't wait for him. Just so he just drives off. Because it wouldn't be the best sight to see. I don't know.
SVC. Pink is now almost
way,
left by the entire field.
Yeah, I think that's a shame for the Red Bull driver. What do you think, sorry, the Red Bull Reserve, what do you think's going to happen with this top three? Where do you think the finishing order will end? Do you think Joshi stays on the podium here?
Depends. I do believe they are in need of a pit stop again.
Oh, right. Those medium commentars are very old. That's great to see. Pit stops always bring some great action. I think they're waiting for a safety car.
I don't really think there is a safety car coming unless somebody drives it into a wall on its own.
Pink's in the back, Tride's in the back, AMG's in the back. I wouldn't be surprised. And Stanley also
You got a great point there, though.
Charlie also gaining ahead to Ghoul. Also, Charlie should be able to be... Do you think Charlie will be fine to the end? Because if he is, this might be a race win.
I think he would have it easier to go to the end of his hard. Oh no, what is happening? That's Charlie.
Did he even hit the brakes?
I have no clue. That's the very...
in the net lead if they all box in front of him.
Definitely.
Okay, should be able to go to the end.
He should definitely.
I'm talking about you. Do not crash, okay? There's no commentators.
Do not confirm
He
this
locked up and I
curse.
shat myself. He locked up and I shat myself. Charlie, I don't know what to say.
So fortunate.
Yeah, he'll come out behind Sylph, I think. Maybe fighting with Insanity, but he'll be on soft to the end, or maybe on new set of mediums, who knows? I don't. Neo, P4 as of right now. Neo, obviously, the tire whisperer, so if anyone can get these tires to the end, it'd be Neo. Is Oka trying to get
True,
past
definitely.
his Tier 3 22 driver?
McLaren and Williams are the only two teams with both the drivers in the points. Quite
Oh yeah, good
interesting.
point. That is a good point, yeah.
I would have
That'd
thought
be interesting too.
McLaren was able to at the start of the race.
As Pink now is retired.
It's a bit late. Is he gonna come out?
No, he won't. Charlie, so thankfully Charlie was ahead of Pink there. Otherwise Pink would have held up Charlie because he would have retired. As just barely coming behind the Insanity Sylph fight is Charlie Ark on 2-lap old mediums. And Insanity still trying to get past Sylph here.
This could be an interesting battle.
Yeah, this might be the best battle of the race. Who knows? We're not getting too much action today, even though we've had some safety cars.
Yeah. True fact.
I'd argue France was the better race. So far.
Sadly, I wasn't there.
Sadly, your Xbox decided to shit itself.
Yeah. I did not receive any invites.
You didn't?
No.
Really?
Yes.
I invited you like 4 or 5 times, and none of them went through, really?
None of them. And I realized quite late that I only had to restart my Xbox. But I didn't realize that was the cause, so it took me a while to figure it out.
It's fun. Xbox always gonna have something to do. Well, Charlie, still right behind Insanity. Maybe he's gonna wait for the DRS. He's listening to the lift. Look at a bit of a dummy into the turn 16. Takes the curb as well. It's an interesting one through there. Hoping to see some closer fights as Oka inches closer towards Neo. And Charlie gonna get the dirtier off 2 people, but also, if you think about it, the slipstream off 2 people. Insanity's gonna have to get a move on now, and he knows it. He's gonna get past Charlie now, and Charlie's gonna look maybe to get a double overtake here. 1, 2,
Whoa.
Insanity. Does he move? I don't think he moved at all. I think Charlie has Insanity. Oh.
Whoa! Charlie goes way wide. Whoa! And Insanity is
Bad
down.
re-entry. That's a bad re-entry.
Did they make contact?
Charlie kind of tapped Insanity when he was trying to re-enter.
Oh yeah, that's a shame. Whoa. That's painful.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised that was the safety car. Though.
Yeah. Baku's very sensitive.
All you have to say is, Nova, I want a safety car. Apparently it appears when you say
I would love a safety car right now. So Charlie heading down the inside of Sylph. Please, none of you create a safety car. Okay. No safety car. Actually, sorry, I want a safety car. Sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. I want a safety car right now. So, if we could just... Let's just get some entertainment, please. Oka getting closer and closer to Neo as Charlie's made the move. I know Insanity's definitely not going to be happy with Charlie. I know I can definitely see a penalty being put in for sure. His goals gained a good amount to Joshi Boy. There's Insanity.
Yeah, I don't think it's
half a front line gone. Might be a VSC.
No, it's not.
So we
can't get everything in F1.
Yeah. Can't have everything, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
though,
definitely. Insanity's out in Castle. Princess's corner. Princess Peach corner.
So,
it's painful.
What are these powers that I have, Mel? What are these powers that I have?
I know that you shouldn't abuse them. Yeah, that's just all I'm. That's all I have to say.
Honestly. I'd love a 5-lap shootout. I would love for the game to shit itself, and we just get a 5-lap shootout. Not shit itself for us. As kids,
it's gonna be interesting for the new game, though.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. I wonder if we'll be able to pick between rolling start and standing start.
That would be amazing as well.
We'll have to see. So Oka has been screwed with this. What is
Definitely.
Echo? No.
Oh, my apologies.
And Verno's got a 5-second penalty for crossing the pit lane exit, white line. Interesting. He could be able to box and just take it. AMG, also in the box, he's been saved here. Tried football, not been saved. Former Kitten should be able to box and come out. Well, I think everyone's going to be boxing, including Oka. If Oka stays out, I don't really know what to say. Oka also, but I think Oka had a chance to really take the win here. Because if there was no safety car at the end, I don't know if Kitten and them make it. We'll have to see in the post-race interviews how their tires come out. But Kitten's in. Joshy will follow him in. Ghoul17 will follow him in. Neo surely will as well. So will Oka. So will Genie. Probably Kairazu as well. All of them will follow him in. Maybe Charlie stays out. Who knows?
Are this stuff's gonna last 5 laps?
Well, it won't be 5 laps. It'll be... The field is so spread out, it'll probably be 2 or 3.
So, yeah, you got a fair point there.
The goal 17, P3, P4, Neo. Oka's also in. Oka will come out behind Neo. Genie in. Kairazu in. That's the wall and entry. Charlie will... Box, Charlie, box. No, Charlie, box, box! He had the gap behind, I thought. Yeah, I thought he had the gap behind. But he will move up into P6 now. On the medium compound tires. They're the only one on the mediums. I don't think that's the right call. I don't think that's the right call. But Joshy's been brought back. Joshy's actually been screwed here because he has a 3-second.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So Oka, the softs. Everyone's on the softs except for Charlie. So we'll have to see how this goes. Genie and Kairazu come on ahead of Reku Justin. Sylph down in P10, the last point playing position. Inverno up in P11. AMG. I'm surprised Inverno didn't box again to take the 5-second.
Yeah. That would be a smart idea.
AMG.
But I think he maybe still has a lap to do it.
He does,
Maybe.
technically, but he'd go behind AMG.
Blue.
Tried football's been lapped, so he's got no chance here. Unless
Yeah,
3
fuck
people
you,
in
that's
DNF
what I-
with him. Yeah. He should have stayed out and tried to try that luck. If he had stayed out, maybe he would have been able to get ahead of them and then overtake the safety car and then not be lapped. So yeah. Other than that, it's not too much going on. Charlie trying to catch the safety car. He does. Genie catching, Kairazu catching, Reku Justin. Test. Dude, the echo comes in and out.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh!
Interesting that the Inferno's race over.
I think Ericsson hit him. What do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Doesn't he drive IndyCar now?
I think so. He won the Indy 500 last time. I'm gonna turn
Hey, the IndyCar is 500 is soon as well, right?
Yeah, it is.
Nice. That guy will win that as well. That's highly unlikely.
I've unplugged and replugged my headset, and I don't hear any echo. It's less. Yeah, it's weird. Anyways, we'll just go with it.
I could mute myself unless I got something to say.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Don't need to do that.
I do believe safety car will be in this lap.
It should
3 laps of a racing lap?
E4. It would be
But
4. Yeah.
What is your prediction? Going to be Nova.
I think Joshy falls off the podium here. I think... Oh. Neo's P4. I just realized that.
Yes.
I think Neo gets a podium here. I think Josh is going to have to let Oka through. Because I think Josh is going to fall back on the restart. Because we all know Kitten's restarts are painfully slow.
Thankfully, yeah.
So, yeah. We'll have to see as AMG has now caught the safety car. Taking a lot out of his tires to do so. He's being throttle limited. Maybe he's cooling his tires, who knows. It's Kitten. So
Yeah,
what kind
bit
of
of
restart
both
we get from
maybe.
Kitten? Who knows? But tried football now up in
Yeah.
the P12. As he's overtaken Inverno's dead AI. AMG's really hanging back. Oh, AMG wants another lap, doesn't he? That's controversial.
Maybe.
That's controversial.
So I think
Can it still go in?
the guy has to stay out now, right?
Yeah. No, it's
Oh
in.
no,
It's in
no,
very
oh
late.
my
It's in.
god. Oh
Wow.
my
So
god.
this is huge. We're gonna ride on board with Kitten. When will he go? When will he go? I'm gonna turn my game audio up so I can hear the engine. When will he go? This is gonna be huge. Kitten needs to take a huge step in this championship. Insanity out of the points as of right now. He can get it back. When will Kitten go? The championship leader, the reigning championship, has gone. He's not the championship leader. I misspoke. As Joshy looks like he gets a good start here. As we see Reku Justin and Sylph not having the best of starts, as AMG's overtaken them on the restart. As we see Charlie getting through on Tried, who's lapped himself. As Charlie 1.5 seconds back already from the front five. And now Neo trying to get past on Ghoul, but the Ghoul 17 maybe being able to get a move done on Joshi, who's trying to stay with the Kitten now. This is going to be huge. I don't hear any echo, by the way, Mel. So this is amazing. I don't know what the fuck's happening with the mic or how it works. But yeah, Ghoul 17 also staying right with Joshi, who's hitting a lot of curbs, getting all out of shape right now.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I see what I thought of. My apologies.
What?
I had the time between the dices, I had it on leader instead of
Ew.
interval.
Oh, okay.
So
So
I
8
was
tenths
confused.
already.
I was like,
It's almost a second. I think Joshi might have damage. Because he's losing so
yellow
much
flags.
yellow flags. Oh,
Genie got kicked.
Charlie doesn't have a front wing. Can you invite Genie real quick? As Carouse's
Yeah,
around the
I'll
outside,
Genie.
try to at least... Oh. That's going to be huge. But Kitten's still in the lead, 9 tenths clear of Joshi. And Ghoul may be able to get him. As of right now, if we go to the gap to the leader, right now Joshi about a second back, so Oko even would get past him. So Joshi would finish P5 as of right now, and the Ghoul 17 wants to try and get a move past Joshi, who needs to pick up the pace right now. Impulse Neo on for a podium. Hold on, mate. Just hold on. 2 more laps of racing. Charlie Ark has to box here. Charlie, you can box and get fastest lap. Charlie, you can box and get fastest lap. Charlie, you can box and get fastest lap. Yeah. Tried football. DNFing on the main straight as well. I don't know how. I think he DNF'd the pit lane and put it back on the main straight. That's a shame.
Interesting.
Is attended Genie back in?
Oka falling back to... Yeah, I invited him, but
Okay,
I'm
awesome.
not sure if he will join back.
Charlie,
Oka
take a
is
5-second
out
penalty.
of a second of Neo already as well.
Oh, wow, I didn't notice that. He's locking up a lot going into corners. Neo looks like he's at a great pace right now. And Joshi also out of the DRS range of Kitten. I don't think the DRS is enabled. It will be enabled for the final lap, but that's it. The Ghoul 17 behind Joshi now. I heard someone hit the
The
wall.
last lap. Oh, this is going to be epic.
This is
The
going to be
last
epic
lap
for sure.
straight.
As the Ghoul 17 falling back to 8 tenths, Neo falling back to a second. Oka gonna have to try and gain. Joshi gonna have to try and use everything he can out of the battery. Kitten trying to just run away, and run far. He's gonna try and run like Princess Peach did from Bowser. Princess Peach, though, in the castle right now, still watching. As we see a 5-way
Still
battle
watching, indeed.
for the lead. Or maybe a podium as well. 4-way battle for the last podium spot. Here's Joshi, 1.3 seconds back. He's not going to get anything here on this last lap from Kitten unless he absolutely empties the battery. But Kitten also is probably going to empty the battery. And the Ghoul 17 behind. He's emptying it. Neo behind. Oka also there. Who's going to take it? It's the final lap here from Baku. What can happen? Kitten takes the fastest lap in the race. Maybe he'll be able to hold on to that. Who knows? It's an extra 1 point for the driver who finished in the top 10 with
DRS enabled.
As you said there, Mel. Neo, 8 tenths back. Oka, also 5 tenths back. But all these guys in the top 5 have DRS, except for Joshi, who's going to be... Yeah, I mean, Ghoul also has it. He just barely got it right there. The Ghoul 17 is gaining on Joshi, but it's not going to be enough. Neo also has to hold off Oka here. Oka looking for maybe that final podium spot and save something for McLaren. Joshy boy, everything can still to play for here in this final lap from Baku. Kitten has drove an absolutely dominant race today. I believe he's led, no, he hasn't led every single lap, he's led every single lap but 2, I think. And just shy of a Grand Slam. This has been one of his best races ever. Joshy gains a lot there. 9/10 now is the gap. Down to a second. I don't think he's going to get him on the main straight. I don't think anyone's... Oh, Oka's also very close. Maybe Oka can get Neo on the main straight. This is going to be the battle that we're watching. Here is Oka trying to get past. He waves goodbye to the princess one last time up in that castle. What can Oka do? Heading into the final sector, through sector 2, this tough right-hand braking zone that turns into a left. Here, Oka gaining a lot on Neo. Can he get past Neo almost out of the DRS of the Goal 17? The Goal 17, Kairos is retired in the final lap. That's a shame. It's going to bring Charlie up into P9 and P10, P11. Sorry, P10 for Genie. But what can happen here? Oka, 5/10 back from Neo. He's going to gain a lot here on this final straight. He's going to empty the DRS that he can. Neo, again, he's got the DRS ahead. I don't think it's going to matter for Oka, who's gaining. Kitten's going to cross the line, though, and win here in Baku. What a race. Joshy P2 on track. It'll be a huge result for McLaren P4 and P5. Neo on the podium. What a job done. Ghoul P2 at the end. AMG finished P6 after qualifying P4. P7 is still from the Williams. And P8, sorry, Reku Justin's going to take it at the line. And I'd say that's deserved for the both of them. Great points for the both of them. And still playing the team game there for sure, as Reku Justin surely will be higher up in the championship by the end, as we saw the pace from him. Shame that he's only P7, but Williams TP Welshie surely will be happy with that.
Genie came not back into the race.
Oh, so okay, so he's gonna receive a DSQ for that. Charlie takes the fastest lap of the race.
Mate else needs to go, but
Oka invited me to a party.
interesting. So he knows he's gonna get an interview. Just go things.
It'll be the top 5. It will for sure be the top 5. Are we doing top 6 because of Charlie or no? Or top 7 because of Charlie? I don't think so. You want to just do top 5?
Whatever is good. Yeah, do what you wanna do. All is good for me, mate.
As Kitten's sitting on top of the podium here. As the princess hands him the trophy.
AMG King.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. As you see the champagne flowing. Yeah.
Didn't DNF. Breaking
right.
the curse.
As Kitten with an incredible job done. For sure. What a race. What
Let's
a
take
race.
a quick look at the race director.
Okay, hold on. Mel, I'm gonna join Oka's party because he said I think he's got like a bunch of people in there.
Okay.
Hold on.
Sounds good.
I'll invite you real quick. Is this the one? No, this is not the one. Oh, this is the one. This is Oka's. What?
I just heard you say that.
What did I say?
I'm gonna join Oka's party and then I'll just see you.
Where's Mel? Let me get Mel in here. So as I go through the finishing order, former Kitten, P1, another win for the reigning world champion, P2, the Goal 17, P3, Impulse Neo, the tire whisperer, didn't need to whisper any tires today, P3, a podium finish and some champagne for the Mexican driver, P4, Oka in his home race, a top 5 finish, very good job done, P5, Joshy, I don't know if that's what he would have wanted, but it's a great race from him nonetheless, AMG P6, and the Merc does not DNF, that's a great job done from him, P7 and P8, good points for the Williams, the only other team to have both cars finish in the points, Charlie Ark, P9 in the Red Bull, taking the fastest lap as well, you're going to have to maximize whatever you can, and then Genie will receive a DSQ, so Kairazu technically will get points.
Yes, guys!
So yeah,
let's go.
P13 Inverno, and I would say, other than the DNF under safety car Inverno, a decent job done. Other than that desync moment with AMG, where AMG did a backflip for gymnastics. He's trying out for the gymnastics team for Great Britain. Insanity P14, P15 Pink in the Red Bull, P16 Minty Haza, P17 and oh my god, and P18 DNFing on the first lap and doesn't set a lap at all. Camerooni, shame for
Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. As a race director, I will clip it right now. It's a short race director, as Carvaz is the only one with a 3-second time penalty. Sorry, I misspoke.
I'm Joshy.
3-second time penalty. So, So we do this as now. Who's the lowest driver in this party?
That would be Gaz. No,
It'd technically be
Cameroon.
Cam, but I'm not in. Okay, so who's the lowest driver who finished in the points other than Kairazu? Cam, I'm sorry, but I can't interview someone who finished
Oh,
PET.
I
You know
was
what it is.
P6.
Okay, so that would be AMG. So AMG, why am I hearing an echo? I'm like three different
I
places.
think that's Jussie.
It's not
Oh no,
me.
Kitten. Whoa.
So
It's on
AMG,
over.
your audio's included?
Of course it is.
I mean, first of all, congrats on not DNFing.
It was,
P5 to
yeah.
P6 is an interesting way to do it. Obviously, you had some moments today. I don't really know what happened in the middle of the race, but can you walk us through your qualifying to race end?
But qualifying, I was quite surprised he actually put a lap in. Better yet, I put 2 laps in, so that was impressive on myself. I couldn't take the sandbags out sadly, but I didn't wreck the car. But for the race, I was going well. I was following Joshy. I had a little moment of insanity in turn 2, but I won't talk about that one. And then it went downhill significantly. We Look, I forgot what happened. No,
What do you mean you forgot what happened?
I forgot what happened in the middle part of the race.
Did
I might
Insanity
have,
just leave?
I don't know, but it was
Why?
he left.
The league.
Well, oh yeah, I did see Insanity try to go 3 wide into turn 1 with Pink and someone else, and yeah.
Interesting. Anyways, so race. What happened in the race?
Oh, so I was following Joshy, safety car. We get put back a bit. Then Joshy goes for a move on someone. I don't know who it was. Turn 4, Justin. I try to follow him. I get put on the curb and then it bounces me across and Insanity's there and kind of I just get ploughed into and go halfway across the track. And then I'm just going again. Next corner, I do a backflip somersault, score 10 points in the gymnastics and get a medal that way, but yeah, Inferno killed me. It was a pretty boring race from there. I was
Yeah.
thinking just drive on and I heard you say OMG got past tried football. That was a quick one. That was see there. So I just let him past again. Try to go for it again.
Knew it. Fucking knew it.
I was bored. There was no to do. And we had a little game of the Irish chicken.
Yeah.
I gave you
Got it.
some more.
So yeah,
A
it was an
safety
interesting
car.
race from yourself.
Yeah.
Just keep going, keep going.
A safety car came out. I managed to go from the back because if you're not at the back at least once, you're not doing it right. And then P5. But there's some up and down along the way, but I was quite happy with my pace actually. So yeah, it was decent, just not through the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you finished P6, not P5.
Oh, let me believe I finished P5 now, please.
No, you're not, Karazu. Yeah, I mean, definitely an interesting race from yourself, AMG.
Oh
Are you
yeah,
happy
I got
with
a
that
question
result?
for you.
Oh, go for it, go for it.
Oh, fuck
Nah,
it
nah,
up,
nah,
no,
nah,
that's a
nah. You
question.
go first. You go first.
I just asked. I was just asking, are you happy with that result, AMG? P6.
Oh, well, I'm not ideally happy because I've found out whenever I do qualify, it's a bad race. Don't it's good. So we'll find out what I'll do with Brazil, but it's not. I'm not particularly happy with it. I lost the position overall, and I did a better pace today, so hopefully a little higher next.
So my question was, what can we expect from you in Brazil?
In Brazil,
Yes.
um, well, hopefully more than today. Maybe 2 somersaults. But
It will be amazing, but performance-wise, on track.
yeah, 2 somersaults. Maybe get a podium. That's hopefully what I expect since I feel I'm getting better to the game and improving again. So hopefully I'll find that pace and I can just do it.
It would be amazing for the team, if I say so myself.
You have to please your TP.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting
Mel
race for
still
you,
has to
MG.
please me.
Fair. For what? Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, I was the TP and I gave it to Mel, so I want Mel to do a good job.
Hmm.
He has to please me.
Okay.
I gave the
Yeah.
TP to you, and you gave up on it. You gave it back to me.
I gave up on
Like a
22
little
and I
baby,
couldn't
you
be
didn't
bought.
want it
I didn't want to
anymore.
find a driver, Mel, so I gave it to you. Because I knew you would try.
True.
Well, MG was an interesting race from yourself. Definitely congrats, and we'll see how it goes back down in Brazil. One of the best tracks on the F1 calendar, and yeah,
If
congrats on
not
the
It's
the
very
P6.
good, yeah.
best.
So yeah,
Thank
in
you.
my opinion. Yeah, no problem. Joshi, moving on to you. Okay, Joshi, moving on to you. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm good. I've got a banging headache now after that. Full on trying my hardest.
Yeah, it was a crazy race, really. I mean, I'm surprised that. How does it say that Kitten got the fastest lap when it was Charlie who got the fastest lap? Alright.
Sorry.
Never mind. Mel, do you have any questions for Joshua real quick? While I
Kitten
sort
got
something?
fastest.
He didn't.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, Mel, go for it.
How did your quality go? If qualified P2, how did that make you feel?
I was happy with that, to be honest. From after the result I got in France, obviously including the race this time round, I'm just happy to be in the top five. Good points for the team as well. I was really happy with quali result until Kitten went, was it 200ths ahead at the last minute. I was gutted at that, but P2 was still amazing.
It definitely was.
Did you think
And
you were
then
on for pole? Did you think you were gonna get pole there?
I did make a small. I had a little wobble coming out of Castle, which made me lose a bit of time. I think if I got it all hooked up, maybe would have been at pole position, but it would have been very close.
I mean, Mel, what were you gonna say?
I was going to. I was already going to start about the race. In the first corner of the first lap, right at the start, we saw you attack the inside and immediately go for the move. Was that your plan?
I was like, I'll start the race and see what happens from there. I know I didn't really have any intentions of overtaking him because I knew within like 3 laps and to like towards the pit window he would have overtaken me again anyway, or Gull would have. So I wasn't too bothered about losing that position or keeping it.
Okay. Do you got any questions, Nova?
I do, I do. So in the race, you saw obviously there were some moments. You had your moments with Reku Justin. I didn't get to see that, but the 3 second penalty. How did that come about? And were you just pushing too much? Joshi?
That that was wrong timing for everything. My controller disconnected. I didn't even know what you said. Can you say it again?
uh, Obviously we saw you pushing very hard the battle with Justin and all that. But the 3 second penalty. Were you just pushing too much, or what happened there?
Well, with the penalty, last corner before the like waving S's part, whatever you want to call it. I got on the inside curb and it just kicked me out wide, and I couldn't do anything about it. I tried lifting off to stop it, but the game just thought otherwise.
Interesting. Did you get another 3 second time penalty after that? I'm sorry, another warning after that? Because I thought you gained like a random amount in on like the second to last lap on Kitten. I don't know if Kitten made a mistake or whatever.
I got I think one warning after it, but that wasn't where I gained time. I got it on the exit of turn one. I just ran a little bit over the curb, and that didn't really matter because I was just pushing at the end.
I mean, fair. Fair. I think it was definitely fair. Are you happy with that result? P5, P4, P5 with uh, Oka finishing P4 and you P5. Or did you really? Do you think that's kind of a mistake or a letdown, seeing that you were P2 on track?
It's a bit of a letdown, honestly, being P2 on track. Without that penalty, P2 and Oka being P5 would have been even better. But P4 and P5 after France, I'm still happy with that I didn't actually DNF this time. There would be good points for combined, as I think Ferrari are near, or whoever's closest. I don't really know.
I'm definitely interested to see how it plays out, and obviously Brazil. What can we expect from you there? Obviously, one of your favorite tracks.
Yeah, I absolutely loved the track. It was where I won my first title in this league. Hopefully, something better than today will happen there. Hopefully, a podium, maybe. I absolutely love the track.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I can't wait to see what can happen. I think you're going to fight for the win, honestly, next weekend. I don't want to say you're going to be on the pole, you're going to be on the win, because the last time I said that it didn't really work out. So we'll see how this works for next race, and I'm interested to see how it goes. And congrats on the P5.
Yeah, Nova,
Thank
you
you.
should just stop with prediction.
Actually, yeah,
Honestly,
you shouldn't because you didn't predict
everyone
me
just
being high this
dies.
race, and I got high
Yeah, I don't know.
points.
Look. Wait, did I? Everyone who I
Predict me
predicted to be on
DNF.
the podium, was they on the podium?
Only kitten.
No?
Um,
No, I didn't
Hey,
oh,
predict
you
them on the podium.
predicted Gull P2.
I predicted Insanity, Oka, Charlie. Insanity finished DNF, Charlie finished P9, and Oka finished P4.
I predicted Charlie. Was it Insanity then kitten? Mm, We know how that
I
ended
don't
up.
know.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think the predictions will stay, and I will keep doing them. If you crash out, you crash out. I don't wanna hear it. I did. Me and Mel were talking, but I kind of have some powers. I've realized. I asked for a safety car late on, and it came like 2 corners later.
The commentator has all the power. This is what it is.
Yeah, we just have a lot of power here. Who finished
It's
P4? Was it
scary.
Oka?
Hmm?
Oka, you finished P4?
I did indeed.
Oh, congrats, mate. Walk us through quality to race end. Obviously, we saw you on the mediums in quality, waiting till the end.
Yeah, so I waited until like the 10-minute mark to go out in qualifying on the mediums and unfortunately invalidated my first run and I didn't have enough fuel to do a double. So I pitted immediately. Um, in hindsight, I probably should have just gone really easy on the first lap because obviously you only have one set of mediums, just to get a nice delta. But then I went out on my second run around the 5-minute mark. Um, was planning to do two in a row. I had 3.9 laps of fuel in. Um, the first lap was the one that counted. It was a pretty decent lap. I think the first and third sectors I was really happy with, but the castle section was horrible. I think I could have qualified P5 to be honest on the mediums. But I'll take it. I was the highest medium runner on there, so happy with that. Race start. I think I was just behind Kairaza, and I don't know what happened to him, anti-stall or whatever. He just didn't get off the line. Um, Unfortunate for him, but it gave me a lot of breathing room to work with, especially with the chaos down into turn one. I think I gained like 2 positions, maybe. I think I was P6 or P5 at the end of lap one. So great start, and then Uh, worked my way into P1 after all the soft runners pit for the safety car. Um, yeah, and then tried to hold up Kitten to help Joshy out. Didn't quite work, but as soon as Kitten got past me, I let Joshy go immediately. That was team orders there. Um, and then I just did a really stupid mistake in castle section.
Princess
Way
Car.
too much entry speed. Trying to keep up with Joshy and Kitten on those fresh mediums. Just yeah, just stupid. And then I was like stuck right in the middle of it. I don't know if I'll get reported for a dangerous re-entry, but I was in the middle of the track anyway, so I was just trying to get out of the way as soon as I could. Um, then I was like P9 or whatever. And then I don't know if I pitted on the safety car again. Yeah, I did. I did. And then I went on to the hards, um, and worked my way up until the that final safety car there, P5 on track, behind Neo, who is credit to him really quick. I wish I was quicker. I don't know if I was slow or what. I just feel like I guess I just took the natural pace advantage for granted, but I really shouldn't have. He's held up a great fight, kept the position in the end, so denied me of a podium after Joshy's penalty, which is unfortunate. Would have loved to have seen Joshy on the podium or even for the win there. Had he not had the penalty, but he deserved it for sure. He's been great all season pretty much in 21, so can't ask for more. And we happy with the points we got in the constructors as well. So yeah, shame I made a really unnecessary mistake in the race, and shame Joshua got a penalty, but I think it could have went a lot worse for McLaren. So I'll take that. I'm quite happy with that result.
Uh, what can we expect from you in Brazil?
Brazil, full qualifying. Never done that before,
Oh,
ever in league racing.
ever.
Never. Oh, well, maybe if URFL's done it before, but I don't think they have. Not
You
with me
didn't
in
do
it.
it at Russia.
No, I wasn't in Russia. Livstar was in
Oh,
Russia.
Oh
oh yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. I remember it.
Um, so yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, I really don't know because I don't play 21. I think on previous games and on 22, Brazil's not actually that strong of a track for me. But yeah, I think it's got a little bit of chaos element to it as well, like Baku, maybe not as much, but yeah,
Chaos is
I
chaos.
don't know what, I'm probably going to be the second driver to Joshi again, which I'm fine with. But looking forward to the full qualifying. I think that'll be fun. I think obviously a lot of the top guys will be going onto the mediums, and yeah, yeah, I can't wait for that to be honest.
All right. It's on to P3, I believe.
That'd be Neo.
P-Neo indeed.
I win
Hello.
over singing your chant.
Oh no,
Not
I
my
don't like
chance.
it.
They're XR School's chance. Either way, okay, thank you. Look forward to see what you do, Brazil. But Neo, P3. P3. It's another podium. It's two in a row based on 22. I've been going 22 and 21, whatever you want to do. A win in 22 and a P3 in 21. It's a beautiful race. You had some fucking pace today. Can you walk us through your quality to race end?
Quali was a bit of a mess because I did a lap and I crashed.
Oh
I
yeah.
crashed in an in lap because I wasn't used to how. I usually get used to like how different the 21 cars are compared to 22, but the castle really screwed me over. So I'm like, oh well. Still got a P6 out of all of it, so I was fine with that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the end of the race. Did you stream your POV?
Mhm.
Okay, check that out later. What in the race? I mean, what was your mentality? I know you started, I believe it was P7, but you got up and you were just fighting there. It was some good pace, some good tire management
Yeah.
as well,
I
obviously.
don't know what happened. But the same thing Insanity hit me twice in the rear because like for like the first lap after the start in the safety car, I wasn't like braking. I broke like a bit early, and then twice I got hit by Insanity. So I'm like, huh. I was lucky to not get wing damage, but then after that, it was just drive around in my own little world because I had no one near me.
Mel, you have any questions? I'm dealing with a person who's I don't even know.
What can we expect from you in Brazil?
I fucking knew that.
Honestly, Brazil is one of my favorite tracks on 21. So I think if I have a decent qualifying and can stake in the race, I think a podium might be on the cards.
That would be amazing.
Can I ask a question?
Sure,
Yes.
go for it.
Alright, Neil, what were you thinking with all the chaos that was happening around you and up front in the field
Oh
around
my
that?
damn! I'm glad I'm not involved.
That's fair.
I knew the second Insanity. I knew the second Insanity had the yellow and turned on. I'm like, all right, get ready for the safety car.
Oh, were you sat there praying for it?
I was expecting it because I saw Insanity like in turn one have a yellow, and then right in sector two have another yellow, and then I saw him crash. I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Nah, I almost died off that crash, but yeah.
It got me a podium, so I'm happy.
Congrats on your P3.
Thank you.
Mel, do you have any more questions?
No. Not at this stage.
Go on, Mel, you've got to take over from Northern now he's not here.
I'm still here. I'm just there's
Yeah,
a
you're
guy trying
here,
to
but you're
submit time.
busy.
There's a guy trying to submit time trials by saying just using the just using the RaceNet screenshots and saying I can guarantee I did a minimum of 5 laps. If I do the 5 laps, if I do the 5 lap minimum quali session or TT session, then it'll
We
be
have it
sandbagging.
defined as the goal.
Oh
The
yeah, the goal, right?
goal.
Oh yeah. Fair,
He
fair, fair.
probably won't join now, will he?
No, it's too late. It's probably too late. The
Oh, you can
goal.
move on a kitten now. Kitten just sat
Wait,
there
wait,
waiting.
wait. Who's got the fucking biggest echo?
Would be me, I guess.
That would be you, Mel. But did Kitten have a Grand Slam or was it close to one?
No, it was very close.
Oh,
Yeah. Is Kitten here then?
hello,
The
Kitten.
URFL goat? Oh.
No,
Kitten
that's
is
okay.
here.
He's left.
That's Insanity left, so we can't really talk to the goat right now. But if how long should I give Ghoul before I just move to Kitten?
Just do Kitten, and if goal comes, do thingy, because you did.
Alright. So yeah, fair. So Kitten, made you wait a little bit, but yeah, obviously your party audio is included.
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Walk us through quality to race and what a drive.
Yeah, well, Nova, at the end of last week when I was watching the stream, he was saying that I'd be DNFing. No way that was going to happen, dude. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I'm sure you wasn't either. So,
No.
yeah, I mean, it happened before when I didn't race in Russia. I won in Netherlands. And again, I didn't race in France, but I won in Baku. So, yeah, it was a very important win for me. So going into quali, trying to give Insanity the toe on the first run, but it didn't quite work because of the fact that he invalidated. So I just did my lap. My lap was okay in the first run, and then going on to the second run, I did a cool down lap, and then I went again. I knew that the time was like 5 minutes to go, so I pitted in order to do another run. And then the last run, I had a cracking first two sectors, and then in the middle of sector two at Castle, a Mercedes was stuck at Castle. I don't know if you saw on the stream, but yeah, that cost me at least 3 tenths. So that mucked up my line. So leading on to sector three, I was still purple. So yeah, I was shocked by that. So I just kept going to the line, and yeah, it was 200. It was very close, but
Was that on the last lap,
yeah,
Kitten?
yeah, it was on the last.
Do you want to
run.
see why there was a Merc in the middle of the track?
Why?
I'll send you it.
Okay.
It might have been a rooster.
yeah, literally was at the middle of the track. I had to brake because I thought it was going to go into you, but using ghost mode,
Wow.
which I didn't even know, so I
I
just
was DNF'd.
mucked up my line. Oh,
I
okay.
thought
Yeah,
the
well, on my
Ferrari
screen,
would
use it.
be ghosted.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Kitten,
use it at the middle of the track in Castle.
There's
did
another
you
question.
lift in the last sector?
No, I didn't.
The-
No, I didn't lift. What you're
Haha.
talking about the last one?
Ah,
Yeah, in the last lap with the Alpine.
Starting it, I did. But not ending it. No, I didn't lift at all. I was pushing.
I thought I heard a lift.
Um,
That was me. That's on me then. That's on me. Mel said he didn't hear a lift. I
um,
said I heard a lift. So just wrong
okay.
then.
Yeah, it's
Just
probably
trying to
the
feel
fact that I was
excited.
just smooth on the exit, making sure that tires were in good temp and not losing the car when they're overheating. And then going into the race, knowing that Insanity was down in P5, I was just making sure that I had a good start, which wasn't the best of starts. Me and Joshy were close going to turn one, gave him enough room, and just trying to help Insanity open the gap up. So starting softs purely because I knew there'd be an early safety car. The fact there was 17 lads in the lobby, yeah, as well as the street circuit. Literally everybody's going to have trouble in Castle at some point. So I had a few moments up there, but nothing too serious. Yeah, first 3 laps just trying to get out of DRS and just managing my tyres, and then a few laps into the race there's a safety car. So that's what made me pit to mediums, and then I was just controlling the gap ahead. Oka and Justin were ahead of me, so I tried to get ahead of them. I had a good restart, and then yeah, fair play to the McLarens with their team game back in the pack up. Oka did a great job doing that. Yeah, of course it did help Joshy, and I'm glad that I had a fight to handle with, because yeah, it was a really good battle with Joshy. He had a few opportunities to overtake me, but yeah, I was just a few tenths ahead going to the first corner and leading to turn 3. And then with Charlie and Insanity getting damage, I don't know what happened with Insanity, but he had contact with, I think, I don't know, but anyways, he had contact, so he had to pit, same as Charlie. I knew they were going to be on hards. I knew Charlie and Oka were going to the end on hards. But yeah, at that point, I was just managing my tyres, maintaining the 2-second gap. I was just not pushing at all. It's just parking the bus pretty much. Just a manageable gap where I can just manage the tyres and fuel, not making any mistakes. Overall, I had a clean race with no warnings, so that was always a good one. And then as soon as Josh had 3 seconds, I just was relaxed and just managed the gap completely. Yeah, I was kind of expecting a late safety car, so I decided to pit onto softs. I'm very surprised Oka didn't stay out to do the team game, but anyways, he had a really good position at P5, so he either had that to pit or I had to gamble and lose position, so yeah.
I'll let Mel ask his question.
Alright. Kitten, what can we expect from you in, oh my god, in Brazil?
Yeah, well, of course, as Oka said earlier, it's going to be full quali, so it's going to be interesting how things pan out when drivers are preparing their laps, trying to spread themselves out. It's going to be key to get the tyres into temp, trying to not have a slow out lap, and getting the laps in, really. It'll be interesting if it's going to be a wet race in Brazil, spice things up a bit. Brazil's not one of my best tracks. I know it's Insanity's. I know Insanity is better than me on Brazil, but I think the best sector that I'm gonna get is probably sector 2. Probably gonna get a downforce setup like I did in Baku. That's how I got the edge in the race. Just pulled away in Castle.
Interesting. But I heard Insanity left the league. Do you think he will be
Yes.
back for Brazil?
I'm not sure. I mean, like the discussion Insanity and I had before the race ended, when he left the session, he just didn't have fun today. I mean, fair enough to him for being honest and sticking the finger out of, if he's not having fun, then he's doing a fair play thing. But it's such a shame. I don't know what's going to happen to him, but hopefully he returns. But I'm not sure yet.
Hopefully he returns. It might be the nature of the track, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's just initial reaction. I think give him a few days and hopefully he'll come back.
Yeah.
But I can't be certain.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. Kitten, congrats on the race, man. It was absolutely dominant from you. I don't think there was any point where I questioned whether you were going to win, especially after that safety car restart where you absolutely dominated Oka, even though he got an incredible restart again. But yeah, incredible from you. Congrats. Take a fucking bow after that. I mean, that was incredible coming back from that. So yeah, congrats and look forward
Yeah,
to
cheers,
the
mate.
next one.
Cheers.
That's
Moving
good.
on to next weekend, Mel. Brazil. I'm racing there. I'm looking to do
Brazil.
better than Kairazu.
You drive for Ferrari then?
If I drive for
Who
Ferrari,
you
I might
racing
not
for?
finish. I don't know. I'm reserving. Actually, I can't.
Have you done your time trials?
Technically, I could be signed. Because I have a PPR from last season. So if someone wants to, they can. But I'm fine reserving.
Mercedes,
El Nova.
perhaps.
One race for Mercedes. But yeah, what do you think's gonna happen next week, next time out, Mel? I think Kitten takes 2 from 2. Kitten. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
'Cause Kitten, do you remember like 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago? Kitten was fucking amazing. He was so far clear that him, Manny, and Michaki did the donuts in the front
Oh
straight.
yeah. We had like 30-second gap to the cars
30
behind.
second-
I mean, Manny and I even started at the back. I think that race.
Yep.
Was trying to do
Yeah,
last
fuck you.
to first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the ultimate fuck you. That was the ultimate I am betting. But whatever.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They both started at the back. They both finished ahead of Michaki as well. So that was the Burham bot of that season. It was the ham bot Ver of that season. It was just Kitten, Manny, Michaki every time. Yeah.
That was just such a
I
big
like-
performance from Manny and I back in the day, though.
Yeah, it was just the usual.
All I remember from Brazil 2-3 seasons ago, it was Jossie winning his championship. And there too.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was yeah, Alec. I still have the clip of Alec spinning on the main straight.
On the safety car, I believe.
Yeah, on the safety car restart, he was leading, and then he just spun, and we all were dying. It was me, Kian, and Joshi. I think we were just dying, because that was really funny. That was a funny day, but yeah, that was a fun race.
Baskets.
What?
Baskets.
Oh yeah, he did that a lot.
The Williams
back then.
driver.
He used to spin a lot.
No, not spin. Driving.
They
He used to do that.
they gave me that ticket when I wanted to become a steward.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't you? we don't have both the POVs expired, I think.
I've
So-
still got a
happen?
clip somewhere,
Andy-
Nova, if
Andy
you
knows
want
that.
it.
We use that a lot. That for every steward app, we use that one. But I think they've expired since then. So
And send them
Yeah.
again.
yeah, whatever. There's a racing incident either way. Everywhere, like I don't think anyone's ever said anything else. It's a racing incident. We had one that said like no. I remember there was one person who said like 10-2 to someone, and they didn't become a steward. But yeah.
I said 5 seconds to basket.
Didn't I get it for
AMG. Yeah, I know. I remember saying that one of them should have 5 seconds. I
Yeah,
still became steward though.
Yeah, exactly. So Mel, Brazil, what do you think's gonna happen? And
I think it's gonna be an amazing race.
yeah,
A lot
it
of
is.
action.
I hope it's
But
raining.
I think you want me to do a prediction.
I'm gonna
I
do
think
predictions as well.
you're
go
gonna
first.
do a prediction.
You go
Okay,
first.
thank
You
you.
go first. My predictions are always
Thank you. The best?
no.
Your predictions
You
are
go
cursed.
first now.
No. You have to get the best out of the way first, and then you go the worst.
Yes. So AMG, who go first? No, it's okay. I think Kitten will win the race. Cool. Second, and then P3 maybe Josie will win.
Okay.
Or Charlie.
I'm gonna say, I said Charlie would win 2 out of the last 5. I'm saying that Brazil's gonna be the first of those two out of the last 5. Even though I said Kitten was gonna win, I think I've changed my mind. Charlie, followed by Kitten, followed by I think it'll be Reku Justin P3.
So much suspense.
Reku Justin P3.
I disagree.
So
No.
we'll see how that goes. Honestly, I'm not very confident in those predictions. We'll have to see. I haven't been confident in any of my predictions ever since France. So, yeah, we'll see.
I say there'll be two top drivers crash into each other.
Ooh,
Don't know where, they'll just crash.
interesting from Mel.
And
Do
then
you consider
you'll get-
yourself as a top driver?
no,
Oh, otherwise I would have already had a guess.
and
who
Joshua will
those two
take his
were
first
gonna
win of the
be.
season.
I was gonna say AMG and Cool.
I didn't
Might just be.
actually see Gould today.
Yeah, I was talking about that. I was like, well,
You can't hype anything up. Didn't
yeah,
see each
you gotta
other.
give me something, mate.
Well, we saw Charlie and Insanity today. Maybe that's a new thing. If Insanity comes back.
I mean, you
Yeah.
saw Insanity do a dive bomb into a corner that you don't overtake on.
Mel saw that. I didn't. I unfortunately did not see that. I did hear about it though. So we'll see how that goes. They'll probably get a lot of tickets today, so the stewards will be busy all weekend. But yeah,
I'm the only one who submitted one Nova
seriously?
at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. I thought there'd be a lot more. Is it the Inverno one? Because you know you're not gonna get anything for that, right?
I don't think it was these things for me.
But if you look
The
at
way
mine,
he hits my car
the
sends
way
me
he
off
hits
the
your
wall,
car,
so he wouldn't
get affected at all.
affect it.
Is the point? He doesn't get affected at all.
But he was
on the
driving in
screen.
an Alpha Tauri. Those cars are strong.
Yeah.
Oh, unless Nick de Vries is driving it.
Oh, fair.
Whoa, no, unless Oscar Piastri drives into the back of it. No, I'm joking. Unless Nick de Vries is driving in it. You're right. Gotta be honest with that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, I think that's all. Anyone else have anything else to say? Any final words?
Goodbye.
Bye, my lovers.
Alright. Bye.
Bye,
We'll
my
talk to you all
friends.
next time out in Brazil, full quali. I'll be racing. Mel will be commentating most likely. And yeah, it'll be the Mel show.
It'll be Melon
Yes.
probably.
If you want to help commentating,
Yeah, if you want to
do
help
your
commentating,
applications.
do your application, right? Well, do your application. Anyways, talk